Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. It's a window candle box, and I'm going to show you a couple of candles. I bought these at the beginning of January from TK Maxx in the UK. TK Maxx in Peterborough, actually, to be specific, but TK Maxx, which is, I think, the same as TJ Maxx in America. I think it's the same as HomeSense in Canada. Not sure what it might be, but it's one of those places where you get ends of lines and stuff like that. And I spotted these, and there were 3 different ones in this sort of same ombre effect. So this one's grapefruit citrus, and you can see the colour there, it's pink into green, and I loved them. And to be fair, actually, they do smell quite nice, but I loved the look at them. I loved the colours, I loved the aesthetics. They were £2.99 each, £2.99, which is €3.50. Yeah, maybe about the same in dollars, but they were dirt cheap basically. It's a company called DW Home. I don't know whether you could buy them online, but they're lovely. Peony petals, relaxing lavender, and that one's grapefruit citrus. And I went to Facebook and I went, I love these, aren't they gorgeous? I need to make something to show them off. And a few people gave them up with some ideas. Somebody said vellum, somebody else said parchment, somebody said like a window box, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to show you how to do this. Okay, and I love it. So the paper I've chosen reflects the candle. It's not about me showing off a suite specifically, but I will show you the, what I've used on it. But I loved it, but I wanted to show you how to do this without getting holes in the bottom. So my piece of paper, so that was Bird Ballad. This one is, why is that name just fallen out of my head? Why can I suddenly not remember the name? Perennial Essence, thank you. Thank you, brain. Perennial Essence. So again, you can see it's about the colour that I've gone for. I'm sort of kind of matching it. It's grey and pink. So this is one I've got, 10.5 by 12. These candles themselves measure 2.5 inches in diameter. 2.5 inches that way and that way, and they're measuring up at roughly 4 inches tall. So that's the kind of size, but obviously you could make it very tall. You could have a very tall candle, you could have a shorter candle, in which case just chop off the top. I wanted to make it a really glamorous gift. So 10.5 by 12 inches, 28 by 30.5 centimeters. On the short side, score it every 2.5 inches. That's 2.5, 5, 7.5 and 10 inches, which in metric, so on the shorter side you're scoring it at 6.5, 13, 19.5 and 26. Then turn it round, and on the long side then score it at 2.5 inches, 6.5 centimeters. Okay, so I'm just going to burnish there. A noisy drop. I rather like this paper. I actually have used it on something else coming up in I'm looking across to my left, in about 5 weeks time. I say 5 weeks time, roughly then. Okay, so all burnished. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you on this side because I think you can probably see it a little bit better. This is the bottom part here. I'm going to take that little rectangle away and then cut up those score lines. And I'm just literally cutting straight up them. And I'm going to mitre a little bit there. And a little bit off this top corner. Okay, next thing I want to do is I'm going to create a template. So I've got my 2-inch circle punch. Now this is, as I said, 2.5 inches wide, each of these panels, 6.5 centimeters. So I've got what is a 5 centimeter punch. I didn't want any bigger than that, and I didn't really want any smaller. You could go for the, what's our next size down, 1.5. I think that's a little bit too small though. So I've got this one. You need to make a template. Can I do it with that? Yeah, I should be able to. So make a template first. Grab a little bit of adhesive to pop it on the back. Now, first things first, line it up where you'd like it to be. Now I don't want it too close to what's the bottom. If I fold up that, so that's the bottom. I don't want it too close because obviously you risk it falling out. So I'm going to take it there. Okay, I'm going to punch through 2 layers in one go with that same punch. And so that's just gone straight through. I'm going to get my template again. Actually, that's going to be the same. Oh no, it's not. It's going to be fine. I'll do exactly the same over here. Again, line it up, make sure that it's not too close to the bottom. This time round, I'm going to fold it in half, but I do need to go through this bit here, which is where I'm going to put my glue. I forgot on this one and I had to get my paper snips in and I couldn't get it neat enough. So, fold that bit in. This is where you're going to put your glue. Fold that bit in as well. So you've got the whole lot. So it's going to be 2 layers and then a little whisper of 3rd layer there. And it's all gone through. And it's taken out that little bit there, which is exactly what I wanted. And that is how you get 4 windows without having to die cut or to come in up the bottom or anything like that. Easy. Right, let's get some adhesive going on. You can see I've done it in 3 sections, so this is the long straight bit, and this is because I'm using tear and tape. If you weren't, if you were just using a regular liquid adhesive, that would be fine. But I still felt it needed a little bit behind here, and as you can see, that glue is sticking too far over, but by the fact that it's double-sided glue, you can literally push it out of the way and it's no longer peeping over. Okay, so fold it over, lay it down. There we go. So that's the back. I do suggest that you put extra glue on this because it's, to be fair, those are heavy candles. So a few pieces of tear and tape. This is going to be the back. And that's the front. Now, to get your candle in, it's heavy, you don't want to drop it. You don't want to drop it and put your fingers in there to catch it because you're going to wreck this bit. Ask me how I know. So just gently push it in and let it sit at the bottom and then lift it up. Here's the fun now. So I'm using my fingers to feel to where the top of that jar is. That's the top of the jar. So I'm going to push a little way above it, and it's stopping quite naturally there on the sides. It's not going any further down. Oh, come on, focus. It's not going any further than that because the lid of the candle is there. And look at that, it's holding itself. Bravo. Okay, so I've got black satin ribbon this time round because it's black and grey, this candle. But sorry, it's not. It's purple and grey, but I quite liked the black. I thought that was rather sassy. And just a knot this time. Isn't that lovely? To be fair, I don't know that it needs any more. I have brought out the stamps and punches that I used last time around, but actually, you know what? I'm just going to use butterflies. This one I covered because it was quite a plain paper. Butterflies and flowers. But I think I'm just going to go with a butterfly. Right, let's find some white cardstock and a block. It's not big enough, but it'll do. So this is Rich Razzleberry. Get a bigger bit. And then my ever faithful, love this thing, Wink of Stella. If you haven't got at least 2 Wink of Stellas in your craft drawer, get them now, because they are so brilliant. I couldn't be without mine. Look at the difference in that. And it's all glittery. So pretty. So that stamp set is the Butterfly Gala, so that's from the annual catalogue. And the punch, also, it's called the Butterfly Duet, this one. This actually launched in the spring catalogue last year. Very, very popular. So it lasted into the annual catalogue. Still proves to be one of the most popular stamp sets that we have. And I'm just going to add that simply to their Peony and Petals in a very lovely, very decadent looking bag, to be fair. And yeah, you can pick it up. It's not falling out the bottom or anything like that. But I think that's rather lovely. For a candle that costs £2.99, you'd never know it. Now I need to decide what to do with this one. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.